In the near future, there's a really likely chance that we run out of resources and a big change to the world will happen when the last droplet of water hits the sink. The one last droplet of water could be the end to survival, as we know it. It's amazing to think that climate change is changing, and we can definitely see it here on Earth today. There are many factors that go into climate change and how it will affect us in the upcoming years. Fracking is a very big issue that it isn't brought up to the public because it's not really important to folks that might say that. There are positive and negatives to fracking. The challenge is to teach everyone about it and show why it's very important right now. Gas and oil companies rely most on fracking. Throughout history, there has been so many natural disasters, and it's very important that we can learn about climate change and how it's affecting us here on Earth. Earthquakes have been happening frequently for the past 5 years. Fracking is when you use high pressure water to extract oils and natural gas. There are many scary issues with fracking. The problem is how much water we're using every day. We should take into consideration how much water we use every day and why it's a problem here on Earth. Have you ever heard the sound of sprinkling water in the sink dropping one by one? It's very important to everyone that we try to save resources. I know some of us love the outdoors. In the Great Plains and places near Arizona, there has been lots of changes with temps and lowering watersheds around the areas. Some places on Earth don't receive water, so it's kind of scary. And what will happen if we lose our resource? Fracking is a very big issue in the United States. We can help educate more people and do focus groups to help students. Professors may be able to teach students on what fracking is and how we can end it, but it's not the easiest way. We can do this, but it might take lots of time. Today, we see fracking is helping out the United States in many positive ways. Today we are able to lower energy prices, create more supplies of energy, reducing air pollution. There are lower prices in energy because we use other options when it comes to extracting oils and gases from place to place. We use a lot of more energy because we work on using water to help extract oil and natural gases from place to place. Most of the oil and gas is underground, so we must find some more sources and places to store the water. We have been reducing air pollution by avoiding using vehicles, slow down the burning of leaves, trash, and other materials. There are positive ways to help out Earth, but we must try it before it's too late. We can use fracking, but it's not the best option right now. With using less water, we can help the climate and reduce climate change. Today we use around 300 gallons of water, just a single person. Surprisingly, that might not seem a lot, but it's a crazy amount, and it's really a big issue. Climate change is being seen all over around the world today. Some scientists say it's too late to change the way we are using water, but it's not if we start right now. We can create ways to protect Earth. Every day, one piece of trash, you could go and find some in a field and just clean it up, and that will help Earth so much. There's going to be positive and negatives about trying to save Earth, and it might be a challenge. A study showed 69% of water quality studies contain findings that indicate potential, says Emily Clough from Environmental Justice and Fracking, a review. Earth is partly in danger because there's consequences that are seen every day. Each day, we could try to create a live video on creating ways to help the environment as a way. Every day might be different, but we will keep practicing on doing things to help the Earth. Earth is important, and we must try to slow down climate change, or things could be changed and very fast. Consistently, this induces fuses through the shale layer, and natural gas is released and flow back to the surface along with the drilling fluids, says Mr. Shadul Islam from Treatment of Freaking Waters via Osmosis. evaluations of suitable organic drawn solutions. Climate change is something, a negative and positive effect, but it will find a way to save water. This could be a big positive. Today there is so much water being used, and it's really scary to see how much water we're using, and there's areas that are low on water. We use a lot of water and might not realize the consequences to overuse the water. Ways to save water is remember to turn off water when you're done using it. After we might lose our main source of water, we might have use all the salt water and purify it in big quantities. Plumbers today check for holes in piping to save water. In Alaska, we use oil as an important industry. We use the pipelines throughout Alaska, but the only big issue is there could be breaks, and there has been in the past couple years. They are a big deal when they break. Let's take a step and learn more about where we can store water. We can create watersheds and put more focuses on water and how to save the water. Only we can make the change. We have to put more effort into changing habits. For my conclusion, fracking should be illegal in the United States. We will help our planet by using less water, creating less climate change, and saving water resources. We can create closures to unsafe facilities around the United States and educate more people and the public about the damaging effects of fracking that has on the environment. As the Boy Scout motto says, leave an area cleaner than you found it when you first arrived. Leave the world better for the next generation to come, so they do not have to clean up our mess. Thank you.